This is supposed to be a short video about getting used to Vim or using Vim. Usually if you have installed Vim on your computer, you also have installed a program called Vim Tutor. So you simply can type in Vim Tutor and then it's some self-explaining tutorial for using Vim. Just to be sure that we all are on the same page, I will not do this on my local computer. I will do this on Theon. So I log on Theon, and I showed you in a previous video how to make this quick logging on to Theon. I don't have to specify my username. I don't have to write theon.mathematik.uni-ulm.de because we often have to log on Theon. That's kind of important. And you also saw I did not have to type in the password, also shown in a previous video. Now I will start the program Vim Tutor, and here I also can show you some tricks for using the command line. I just type in, let's say, VI, and then I'm too lazy to type in the complete program name. And also I forgot whether it's called Vim Tutor or Vim Tutorial. Then I'm hitting the tab key twice. And then you get a choice of what programs start with VI. One program called just VI, one program called View, Vim, Vimdiff, Vim Tutor. So now I give the command line 2 more letters, and then I hit again the tab key once, and then it's already completed to the only possible choice, Vim Tutor, and now I can start this thing. Now actually this Vim Tutor is just Vim itself, initialized with a text file that you see right now, and actually a copy of this text file so that you can play around with this text file to do some choices. Now one thing would be just to tell you, read the text and follow the instructions in this text, and then you already get a good idea how to use Vim, and approximately it takes 15-20 minutes. Okay, here they say 25 to 30 minutes. And actually reading this text, doing the Vim tutorial and following the instruction is actually what I recommend you. I just want to give you a introduction before this Vim tutorial introduction. The important thing that you have to know about Vim is that Vim has different modes. When you start Vim, you're in something called the command mode. Command mode means that certain keys are usable for navigating through a text, manipulating a text. For example, what you see here in the bottom is you can use letters like J to move the cursor downwards, L to go to the right, H to go to the left, and then K to go up, stuff like that. Also, for example, an uppercase D would remove from the current cursor position to the end of the line or the characters. Now you see I'm hitting the Shift and the D letter, and then the remaining line is gone. And I'm still in the command mode because when I'm hitting the letters, it's not typing in text, it's navigating through the text. If I now hit the lowercase u letter, it's undoing the last command. And if I would hit it twice, and if I would have done more commands, I can do multiple undos. With Control R, you can redo things. For example, I can redo the deletion. And so that's one thing that's also explained in this tutorial. Now, command mode is important if you have already some existing text, but usually you would start with an empty file, and then you have to insert some characters. And that means you have to change from command mode to insert mode. And there are different ways to go to insert mode. For example, a lowercase I will go into insert mode at the position where the cursor is already at. And if I now type in something like hello, I can actually type in something. Now let's go back to command mode, and then the important thing is, and that's actually one thing I was told the very first time I was using Vim, always remember escape brings you back to command mode. If you don't know in which kind of mode you are, escape is the safe way to go to a place you know, to the command mode. So I'm hitting escape. And actually my tutor said, just to be sure, hit the escape key 20 times, just to be sure, yes, I am in command mode. Now I am in command mode, and with undo I can undo this change. Because suppose I want to insert some text after the position of the cursor, after this E in this welcome. Then I also can use lowercase a, which appends some text after the cursor position. And then I can type in again some hello. Escape, back to command mode, undo, go back. Let's say I want to insert something at the end of the line. That's something you often have to do in programming. Then I first can move the cursor to the end of the line, and this takes forever. A faster thing is you can quickly move the cursor to a specific position, like the end of the line. For example, with $, you go to the end of the line. With 0, I go to column 0. That means to the beginning of the line. And so if I want to insert some text at the end of the line, you go to the end of the line, and then you can append some text after the line. Something like that. Of course, that's also kind of slow. Let's go to the column 0. Let's say I want to append something at the end of the line, and I don't have that much time. Then I'm just using uppercase A. Then I'm in insert mode. I now immediately can type in some text, and I do this at the end of the line. Uppercase I brings you to the beginning of a line, and you're already in insert mode. Yeah. Let's say I want to move to a certain line. Let's say I want to move to line 5. Then I can use this. I could use the arrow keys, by the way. Yeah. But again, Vim is optimized for editing text files fast. And it's assuming that you can use 10 fingers to type. And then moving your fingers to the arrow keys is a distraction, because after navigation you have to put back your fingers in the right position to use all 10 fingers for typing. So don't use the arrow keys. Use the keys where your fingers are already at. Yeah? And of course then I could say I use this letters for going to line 5, 10 or so. But what you also can do is, if you're in command mode, just to be sure, escape, 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 type in colon 5, and then you're in line 5 after you hit the return key. Yeah? Now the idea will be that I will stop in this video in a few minutes, so I will give you some time to actually complete this tutor, because it's a important common base for all of us, but I want to show you few more ways to go into insert mode. Let's assume I want to insert a new line of text after the line I'm currently in. Yeah? So below this cursor. Then I type in lowercase o. Bam. I'm in insert mode, and I already have a new empty line. Then I can type in some text. Escape, back to command mode, undo. Assume I want to insert a line above the current line, then I'm using uppercase O. Then I can type in some text. And of course, the drawback of Vim is that it has a steep learning curve. So in the beginning, many things you have to remember just to type in some text. But after a while, you will see that there is some logic behind it. For example, a W stands for word in all the Vim commands. And if I'm just hitting W, you jump to the next word. Yeah? By the way, B brings you back a word. There are other commands where you use the W. For example, D stands for delete and W for word. So DW means delete the word. Let's undo this. After deleting, you're, by the way, still in command mode. Let's say I want to delete 5 words. D5W. Yeah. Let's say I want to change the current word. I want to write Vim lowercase for some reason. C stands for change and W for word. So CW means change the current word. And now after this command, I'm in insert mode. That means I can start typing immediately because it makes sense. If I want to change a word, it means remove the current word and change into insert mode. Escape, back in command mode, undo. Let's say I want to change the next 5 words. C for change, 5 for 5, W for 5. Change the next 5 words. And so on. Okay. Now, before I will stop here and give you time to go through this Vim tutorial, I want to show you some important thing, how to get out of Vim. You have to be in command mode, escape, escape, escape. Type in colon Q, that means to quit. Now, because I changed the text, I will get an error because the text was modified, and so you see no write since last change. Now I have 2 choices. I can save the file and exit from Vim, or I can exit from Vim without changing things. Escape, 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 just to be sure that I'm in command mode. Colon WQ means write and quit. So here the W is not for word, it's for write and quit. This would save the changes and quit. I want to show you 2 more scenarios for using Vim in connection with writing some content to a file or not to write it to a file. First thing is I'm starting Vim without any additional parameters. So I'm now starting Vim the real thing, not Vim tutor. Then you see it opens with an empty file. Then I'm changing to insert mode, lowercase I, hello. Yeah. Then I'm going to command mode. Then I want to write and quit, WQ. Then I get an error message because I have not specified a file name. No file name. I can specify a file name with, I'm still in command mode, colon W, hello text, for example. Now it has written the content to this text file, hello.txt, and now I can quit. It's changed. Now I want to edit this created file. I want to edit hello.txt. I'm using the tab key to autocomplete the input. Now it opens this file. Now I mess up this file. I change it to hello. Yeah. And now I remember that this class is supposed to be given in English, so I don't want to change this. Then I just, I'm in command mode. Then I just use colon Q and then exclamation mark. And that will quit Vim without saving anything to the file. And that's actually the important thing. And that's something most people actually tell you as the first thing about Vim. If you start Vim with a text file, you have to know how to quit without changing any modifications, because in the beginning, the probability is quite high that you somehow mess up a file and then you just want to get out of Vim. Remember, command mode, colon, Q, exclamation mark, brings you out of Vim without saving any modifications. Okay, but that's it for this video. Now go through the Vim tutorial.